feels live, but you know, according to the internet, we're not live. So give it a give it a minute or 8. Oh, now we're live. 1 touch, 2 touch. Okay, live. Play. Live. Reboot. Give it to me live, not delayed a half a minute. It's probably about as good as we're gonna get. Okay, let's turn the volume down. Yep. So today is the construction edition. I got water dribbling in the background. They're moving rocks about bigger than my screen is wide, 2-foot rocks. I really don't know if you can hear that or not. Shut this water off. I just thought it'd be fun to get a little live stream of the construction sounds. Yeah, it is 11 o'clock in the morning, you know, but they started early. You may feel the camera shake or hear the camera shake. I put some sugar in that. Hold on. I stayed up pretty late last night. That's why I'm a little slow going this morning. Slower than normal. Or as slow as normal. I assume just because of the way things work, they'll stop making all that huge crazy noise here. Wait. Smells good. Oh. So what they're doing, they've got a big payloader, and he goes to the big rock pile and scoops a big rock pile scoop, and then drives it down the dusty road and dumps it into the big steel bucket, and then the excavator scoops it out. Well, the scooping out part, it's like the sound of 2-foot boulders scraping against 1/4 to 1/2 inch plate steel with an excavator. That is a very unique sound. I thought about trying to go out there real quick before we start cooking. Give you a little looky-loo. What do you guys think? Should we give it the old college try? We're going to do a hand sensor here because the house, the maid took the week off. I think it was her, I don't know. She has some sort of holiday. Let's check this out here. I don't know if my reception's going to be any good. Don't go too far. So, I assume the reception shit. We'll try. We'll go back inside here in a second. And there's the payloader. Oh, they're repositioning. They're repositioning. I don't know if this is working or not. This may be too grainy. It says I'm still alive. So you can kind of see what's going on there. He's got that big bucket and he's repositioning it there. There's a lull in the bang and bang. This is a little sneak of the future if you're watching the series. Spoiler. All right, let's go back inside. Because I don't know if that's going to even film anything. I'm assuming not. That'll be fun to watch later to see how bad it is. Okay. And we're back. So yeah, I thought it was like, what are the chances I start my live stream and the sounds that I'm bitching about aren't going to happen? Well, that's why. They were repositioning. Make some French toast. So I cleaned the bacon pan up. It's sitting off camera a little bit. Disgusting. Dog's here. Dog wants breakfast. Should we make dog breakfast first? Let's do that. Make dog a plate of breakfast. Bird, are you hungry? You want a plate? You want a plate? Yeah, she's hungry. All right, let's do that. We'll make a little dog breakfast first. Being the overachieving dog owner that I am. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta somehow get the kibble into the dog kibble holder. 45 pounds of kibble. Yeah, we'll just scoop it out of the bag for now. All right. First ingredient in this multi-ingredient dog breakfast. Only the best for my dog. Well, that's not true. Only what I got for my dog. That is good stuff. That is good stuff. All right, let's reposition the camera again and really get in here. All right, we're gonna start with the green beans. She gets green beans. She likes them. Put some green beans there. A couple more. All right, that'll be the green bean portion of today's breakfast. And because dogs tend to just swallow food whole, we'll chop them up a little bit, make them, I don't know, less whole bean. I'll rinse this spoon off. Give me 1 second here. Hold, please. So I can hear the rattly tat, tattly tat of the old bucket smashing out there. Man, they were packing the bank yesterday. It was the most violent shaking I've ever experienced in my house. It wasn't shaking, it was like pulsing. The coffee bag was moving. It's all in the old house. This is like extra watery rice. That's what that is. And the main ingredient. I'm gonna rinse this spoon off real quick. Now, last week, it's kind of funny. I made this for after I cooked my bacon, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw some bacon grease on top, and I did, and she liked it. This is canned chicken. Get some of the juices. Put some canned chicken juice on there, and she got down to the end of the. Well, we're live streaming. Let's give her more chicken. Make it seem like I'm that kind of guy. Got down to the end of her bowl, and she was like literally like picking each kibble up, tasting it for bacon grease, and if there wasn't any bacon grease, she was spitting it across, like spitting it out on the floor. And then later, I picked them all up and put more bacon grease on, but she was like, "I've already pre-selected those for rejection. I'm not eating it." I thought it was pretty funny, actually. Got a good laugh out of it. And the next day, I made her breakfast or lunch or whatever you call this, and she just looked at me. She didn't even start eating. She's like, "Whoa, where's the bacon grease?" And it's like, dog, you don't get bacon grease every single goddamn day. Like, although there is a dirty old week, well, there's like a week-old bucket of bacon grease that's been sitting out for a week, sitting right next to me, but I'm not gonna do that to my dog. So she started getting her kibble this way right before my surgery. She'd eaten a nest full of rabbits and had explosive diarrhea. I was shitting diarrhea all over my house when I was hurt. And the people that were helping me didn't think that would be like really fun to do, is clean up dog diarrhea. So we like scrambled to try to figure out how to solve the diarrhea issue, and this is what we came up with. Yep, lick the spoon. That's a sample. Do you agree? Does it pass your test? Over the rug. There you go. You want to slap a fiber? Boop, boop, boop. All right, you're free. She doesn't like the camera. Sorry for what you see in the corners there. That's how life works sometimes. What we have here is my toaster, which I'm not going to use today. And these are 3 coffee cups that don't fit into my cabinets. We got Employee of the Month runner-up. That's a nice one. We got the Ask Hole. I think you guys have seen that one in the past. And the I Don't Give a Cluck. Yeah, those are just waiting for me to use them. Apparently, if I leave enough dirty coffee mugs laying around, they all fit in my kitchen cabinets. So do a little dog cam. Oh, yep, she's rejected a few there. Yeah, that's okay. You can spit those out. Eat those later. Eat the chicken, though, God damn it. I mean, I've never seen a dog that got hand-mixed breakfast that spit so much of it out. Yeah, I know, it's gross kibble. That's why it's called kibble. You're a good girl. Eat your breakfast. Oh, wow, I just realized I could zoom. Where have I been my whole life? I had no idea. How many years have I been streaming with this camera? A couple? I was just thinking to myself, it'd be nice if I could zoom. So I go ahead and give it the old college try. And turns out, in fact, I can. You might be able to hear that ruckus outside now. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to film this, but it's fun. Dog munching breakfast / lunch. Yeah, she hears the sound. She's like, what in the shit is that? Berta, I don't know what they're doing out there. I know it's the weekend, I think. Yeah, it's Saturday. And they are just slam-a-jamming away. All right, that's enough spitting the goddamn kibble out. Hold on. Hold on. Let's reverse this plate. There you go. Ooh, that was a good angle of me. Did I show my ass crack? That's possible. All right, here we go. Back to the disaster known as my breakfast stream. You still good here? Oh, is the dog gonna need to go out? No, she's fine. Yeah, and I know these aren't the greatest. They're a little slow. I don't know. I'm trying to leave my mark on the internet. The only way I can put my mark on the internet is to, mark up the internet. So let's do that. Let's put our indelible mark all over the internet. Today we're using the world's best Boss Cup. I don't even have to say why. We'll go with that much, OJ. Cheers. Mustache orange juice. Delicious. So I did preheat this cast iron here. So let's get this going. If I remember, how many? Is it 1 egg or 2? Let's do 2 eggs. I don't know why. I got some eggs. They had a sale a couple weeks ago on eggs, 99 cents for a dozen, which is a pretty good deal. And that sale was on a day of the week that I don't leave. Except for I did leave, but when I left, I forgot to bring my wallet. I didn't have any money with me. I didn't have $1 with me. So therefore, I could not procure 99-cent eggs. I was very upset. I even commented to the people I was hanging out with. I was like, well, they said, did you get your eggs? I was like, no, because I didn't have $1. They're like, well, you should have said something. I was like, well, I don't want to borrow $1 from you to buy eggs. So then, like, fast forward a couple weeks later, I think 2 weeks exactly. Eggs went up 50 cents, so now discount eggs are $1.50. I was like, well, you better buy some now while they're $1.50. So I bought some $1.50 eggs. Jesus. That's, I mean, I don't have a math degree, but like, we'll go with a dollar being a whole. And, half a dollar is 50 cents, and a quarter of a dollar is 25 cents. So if eggs go from $1 to $1.50, how much do they increase by? Half? Half of the previous value in 2 weeks? What kind of inflation percentage is that? 50% inflation? Maybe I'm not doing that right. It seems like I'm doing it right though, but like, man, those are the discount come by your groceries at our grocery store prices. Not even joking. Right next to these $1.50 eggs, which were formerly 99-cent eggs, there were literally $5 eggs. Now, I didn't look too close because, like, I was having, like, a brain situation, seeing the sign that said $5 eggs. It could have been more than 12 eggs. I don't know. I just said, ooh, that's a lot of vanilla. Ooh, how about I stir that so you just see the back of my arm the whole entire time? Well, we're having vanilla-flavored French toast today, kids. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So yeah, no, the sound's not nearly as bad because you're on the other side of the creek. Boy, man, hard to get good content these days. I was laying in bed just thinking to myself, this is the loudest goddamn rock sound I've ever heard in my life. Like how, like, if I was like, hey, let's go over to Elveshelves' house and just bang rocks against steel as loud as we can. People are like, I don't know what would be the best way to do it. Well, whatever they're doing, that's the best way to make the loudest rock on metal noise in the history of the world. Like, no contest at all. None. I think I've got some new. Syrup someplace. Maybe my old syrup is. Oh God, I don't even know where it is. It's officially happening, kids. I'm losing my ability to keep track of my syrup. Ah, second spot I looked. Jackpot! That's maple syrup. What do we got here? Amber color, rich taste, 100% pure Vermont. That's America. That's America. Oh, like Canadian syrup. Fairway. Best before date. Date is 4/4/24. Ingredients: pure maple syrup. Product of Vermont, USA. Refrigerate after opening. That's important. I didn't read that far into my syrup bucket. One of the times I had some fancy syrup and it grew fur. And then I poured it on my whatever I was eating. There was fur chunks coming out, and I thought to myself, I could probably scrape that off. I could peel that fuzz off the top of the pancake. Oh God, I think I actually did do that. I'm embarrassed to admit that, but sometimes when you're eating moldy food, you're eating moldy food. Here we go. 1 French toast, 2 French toast, Frizzle frazzle. What we got for a spatula today? I'm desperately needing to do, what do you call it? Dishes? I desperately need to not shoot the video of this nasty bacon grease pan. I will be judged. I don't want to be judged. Put that over there. There's no nasty bacon grease pan now. In case you thought I left one out. Didn't happen. So yeah, this was the coffee bean bag, and it's pretty low. It's down to there. It was doing this yesterday. My house was shaking this bad. It was going, not even exaggerating. It was moving about that much in my house. And I'm not saying it was doing that. It wasn't, but it was about that much movement. I ran outside. I was like, dude. I did international hand signal. I go, house shaking bad. And the guy gave me the flex his bicep muscle back. So it's strong machine. And I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. I'm awareness of the strongness of your machineness there, buddy. I am so aware. So we did stick this thing. We did a clean out, scrubbed it up, ran it through the dishwasher. Unfortunately, I started a stick of butter the other day for like popcorn, and then I thought what I would do is have popcorn, another time and start a second stick. So I don't have a full stick to put in there. I have like two 3/4 sticks or whatever. It's just all right. Let's flip this thing. Slam a jamma. Oh man, whatever. Don't ask me. I don't have the answers anymore. I'm just floating along in space on a rock, orbiting a star called the sun. All right, let's open this up. It's gonna be good stuff. It comes sealed for your protection. I'm gonna do it off camera when I talk about them doing it. Does that make better cinematography? Like, hey, watch me do something that I'm talking about off camera. All right, this label. Hold on. It says, sealed for your protection. Capital sealed. 4 is lowercase. Your. Yeah. Okay, let's just do it that way. Let's do it that way. There I go again. What am I allergic to? Is it orange juice? Like my nose starts running every time I live stream. What am I doing differently? It's not coffee. It must be orange juice. Is that a thing? Am I allergic to citrus? Ooh, I got egg whites there. Fun. F you in. F you in. So yeah, sorry if that was a spoiler out there on the old road construction. Actually, it's kind of funny. If you watch today's road construction video, that doesn't look like a spoiler. That looks exactly like it looks in the video, because in the video today, they hadn't tore the whole thing out and replaced it yet. So yeah, it may not actually be a spoiler. That may be I faked the fake. All right, here we go. Now I'm pretty sure the dog participates in French toast. I'm pretty sure of that. I think it's the egg factor and the bread factor, all things that she agrees with, which are, good things. I'm trying to think. I'm supposed to tell stories, my stories of the week. And so this week, well, I told a story last week about trying to get an Amazon package delivered. And it just didn't go well. Like, I just couldn't, they gave me options, I took options, and they didn't fulfill options. That's the summary. Well, no, we got nothing to do. I'll recap the whole thing. Ordered just a stupid, inexpensive thing. I tried to deliver it. They claimed I wasn't home. Couldn't deliver it. When I say they, I'm reading off the screen. I feel like I'm talking about this story way too much. It's just so infuriating. Or frustrating, I guess. Made some phone calls, finally got through to a human. They said, oh yeah, you weren't home. Got a hold of UPS, corporate, whatever. I said, oh, what? You just weren't home, we couldn't deliver. We'll try again. And I was like, well, there's road construction. Let's give the dog some French toast. That's pretty good. She likes that. I was like, there's road construction, just let me know if that's the problem, and then we'll work something out. Said, oh, well, we're going to have the manager call you. The area manager, or the area coordinator, I don't know, somebody. I said, you know what, that's probably exactly what we need to do, because there is construction from a house, but the road's not closed. It's a detour. We got a detour to my house. So obviously nobody called. They claimed to try to deliver a second time. Obviously didn't work. This time I said I wasn't home. And the driver didn't feel it was safe to leave the package behind for theft reasons, which is pretty amazing. I've lived here since last century. And they've never had a problem leaving a package that didn't require signing at the house. So which I just assumed was like, well, it's road construction again. I started thinking about it. You want some more of this? Here. Yeah, good girl. I started thinking about it because, like, when you call in the automatic system, there's no option for They're tearing the culvert. Option 7, if they're tearing the culvert out adjacent to your house, but the road's open via a detour, but we can't figure it out, press 7, or you know what I mean? That's not an option. So I'm assuming on the driver's side, there isn't an option on his little keypad there that says, they're tearing the road culvert out adjacent to this guy's house, and I don't know the detour because no one told me there's a detour. I can't deliver the package. Like, he didn't have that option on his end either. You know what I mean? We're all stuck with, like, problems that the options don't cover. So whatever. Fast forward a bunch of bullshit later. I mean, I talked to Amazon. They were not helpful at all because we didn't have a secret password or whatever. I don't even know. I can't even explain that, how pissed off I'm about that. Fast forward, got in through to UPS the second time. I was like, yeah, I don't think this is working. And now the girl's like, oh, yeah, okay, so you can pick it up if you want to. And I was like, well, where do I pick it up? Down at the terminal building? And she's like, no, at the auto parts store. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Why would I go to the auto parts store for a UPS package? Like, no one ever told me that. And I promise you, no one had told me at all. I could just go to the auto parts store. It just said, go ahead and pick your package up if you don't like it, or schedule a pickup or whatever. And I was like, what is happening? And I was like, well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm not really planning on going to the auto parts store to pick up the package that's supposed to be delivered to my house that's open to the public via a detour. She's like, oh, you don't want to pick your package up? Would you like us to deliver it? And I'm like, well, if that's an option, yeah, I'll just take the delivery. That'd be great, If I could choose before driving my vehicle to go pick up a package or having you drive to my house. Because, like, the way I see it is, like, this French toast is my house. And this here egg situation is my auto parts store. If I have to drive from here to there and home, the UPS driver could just drive from here to there and then leave. Like, it's the same, If I can get there, you can get there anyways. She goes, oh, well, let's just deliver it then. If you just want to deliver. I was like, oh, fantastic. I mean, I didn't realize I just had to ask. So let's just go ahead and deliver it. She said, no problem. We'll just do that. And they updated on the Amazon little checklist there. It says, driver or driver or delivery person or delivery company and customer have agreed to a delivery date, and package will be delivered on agreed date. Which my conversation was, oh, we can just deliver it this afternoon. I was like, oh, that's fine, if you want to just go ahead and deliver that package, 4 days late this afternoon, that's great. Let's do that. Let's just deliver my package that's late 4 days. Let's just do that today. Perfect. She said, no problem, we'll do that, sir. I was like, okay, great. That obviously never happened, And at that point, I'm just kind of like, yeah, fuck it. Don't even care anymore. Like, that's where I am in my life. And if you know me very well at all, that's so unlike me. Like, normally I'm like, fight. Like, no way, this is bullshit, get my shit. I was like, you know what, don't care. I didn't really need that package anyway. I'm just going with that attitude. I don't even need that shit anyways. Fast forward, I don't know, a week or whatever later, and like, someone on my behalf felt bad for me, and they contacted Amazon and was like, hey, this package is not being delivered. Cancel the fucking order and reship it. Deliver the fucking package this time, whatever. So I was informed of that. I was like, oh, great. That's what I was told like 4 times, but okay, we'll try it again. And I was driving home one day from therapy, and I literally saw the UPS guy on the block that goes to the block that I live on, which is a block away from my house. So it's like my house, a turn, this is on the detour in here. And I stopped. I was like, dude, I got to talk to you. I was like, can you deliver to my house? Like, are you able to? And he was like, yeah, I just went down there trying to deliver to your neighbors. I couldn't get through, so yeah. I was like, what about my house? Like, I don't really care about my neighbors. If they don't get their packages, that's their problem. How about my house? Could you at least get to where I live? And he's like, yeah, I know where you live. He's like, yeah, that's not a problem. I was like, dude, if you want to, just take that package, roll your window down, and just chuck that shit in my front yard. Anywhere near. It's a couple 100 feet long. Just chuck it in there, but just let me know it's been delivered, like, on the property. I'll just walk around until I find it. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't that big of a deal. Like, just chuck that shit in my yard or my drive, anywhere. Stick it in my mailbox. I don't care. Walk it all the way up. And he's like, yeah, no, I can do that. He just said, I ain't walking 2 blocks. Because that's what we had to walk to deliver the other package. It would be about a block down on the block. Like, yeah, you do that. I was like, I don't blame you. I was like, if you can't do it, we'll figure something out. And he's like, well, you can go to the auto parts store. And I was like, yeah, they finally told me that eventually, but like, they also told me to just get delivered. Like, it wasn't just go to the auto. It was, would you like to go to the auto parts store or have us deliver it? I mean, like, would you like a ice cold Coke or kicked in the fucking dick? Like, oh, I'll take a Coke, please. Like, I mean, come on now. Anywho's, yeah. Fast forward to yesterday when my package was supposed to be delivered. I'm hanging out, you know, trying to organize my collections, which I'm known to do on occasion. And this car drives up my driveway, just this random unmarked car. And I'm not judging anybody in their car, you know, it wasn't a piece of shit car, but it wasn't like a fancy car. It was like a dude and his girlfriend, and they had a car. Like, hey, dude, we finally got a car. Like, my first car type of deal. And no markings on it, and just like, we just have random people. I mean, I could say something about where their ancestors came from, which wouldn't make a difference. But it's just like, I mean, sometimes in life, you prejudge people. That's called prejudice. You always have a little prejudice potentially, and I don't think it's just one way. I think anyone of any heritage tends to prejudge a person of a different heritage. Well, these two people were of a different heritage than me, so I mean, I see random people that I don't know in my neighborhood. I always keep my eye on them. They're in my driveway. I'm like, all right, who's this? And the dude just like drives up, jumps out. I'm like, all right, dude's jumping the fuck out. Like, what's happening right now? I got a car I don't recognize jumping out my driveway. Like, what's happening? Well, he pulls out his little reader thing. I was like, oh, he's probably delivering a package. Yep. UPS, special delivery. I mean, it looked like DoorDash delivering my package. And the best part of all of it was, I'm not making this up at all, I told the driver, who was a female, I said, rather than trying to drive down my driveway backwards and like potentially like driving into that giant hole or hitting one of the things down there, I should be able to just turn around and drive down. And she, oh, you think I'll fit? I was like, yeah, you'll probably get it. You know, the UPS truck can do it. Your little subcompact should be able to handle that. So she does. She drives down the driveway. The detour is to the left, but they're running 18-wheelers through. You know what she does? She just turns right and drives right out. UPS guy could have just drove right into my driveway this morning, or yesterday. So, yep. I think that was like 2 whole weeks it took for that particular package. It's pretty amazing. Oh, we didn't give Dog any of this one. Let's give Dog some French toast. French toast, Cam. Here you go, Dog. Good dog. You want some more of that? I cut this one in 2 more pieces for you. You can have the last 2. I'll share with my dog. Backhanded. Boop, boop. Pooped your nose. Yeah, so. Whatever. And it's like, dude, why don't you just go pick your own package up? Well, it's like, well, they didn't even tell me that was an option until, like, I don't know, like 5 days into the thing or some crazy shit. It's probably my fault. Like, I should have just started driving around my hometown to every goddamn business, walking, excuse me, do you have my package? That was the other thing I asked her. Like, well, how do I even get it? Like, what's the process of me showing up at the auto parts store to get my fucking package? Like, what would that involve? Or I just show up and say, hey, Elveshelves is here. He'd like his package now. And they're like, oh, Elves, we were waiting for you, bud. Like, I just can't even fucking imagine. I just can't even imagine that's how that's going to work. Like, I mean, you know how they, what is it? They said, well, you have to have a, what did they tell me? You have to have your government ID. So I'm like, okay, well, like, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't want to get too political about shit, but like, I'm pretty sure that requiring an ID, that's a crime because not everybody's got an ID and they're hard to get because you can't have voter ID because IDs are complicated. But if UPS doesn't want to deliver my package because the road's inconvenient, I got to have an ID. So it's like, the requirement to get my package from UPS is more than to vote. It's just like, how is this even happening? And that wasn't it. It wasn't just an ID. I had to have the tracking number, like, printed out or some shit. And I was like, dude, my printer, you know, between me and you, my printer, the ink on that's been not printing on ink paper for a really long time. Like, I don't print stuff, so, like, just going with I ain't got that. So I just don't even. It seems like there's so many assumptions in the world now. There's a lot of assumptions. Because, like, a lot of the solutions I was finding for this, I can't get my package, almost every solution was go to a website. Now, I understand if you're ordering from Amazon.com, you're probably going to have some sort of website, something or other going on there. But I could totally see, like, you could potentially, like, go to some other location for your website access, internet access. And for the solution to be to go get more internet access, it just seems like that's so presumptuous of them. Like, I don't remember when it was, like, decided that we all had internet access at our beck and call, like get your smartphone out and do it. It's just like, am I required to have a smartphone? Even better, am I required to use my smartphone in your little pretend world, how the shit works situation? I hate it. I really do. I just think it's just shitty. I think it's just shit-tay. Super shit-tay. But that's how the world works now. Just they made a decision that we're all going to have smartphones and all going to use the internet, and that's how you solve all your problems. And if you do get a person on the phone, they're not going to be able to solve it because their solution is you should go to the website. It's like, what was the one the other day? Oh, my credit score went down 16 points. And I figure it's because of this fight I had with the one of my anesthesia people. They wouldn't take my payment. I had the surgery on my arm, and I was like, I'm just going to pay my bill. So I call them up, because I just want to pay my bill. Like, oh, well, we want 5% or some crazy shit to use a credit card. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to pay that. But I'll pay my bill today if you'll just, take it. If I can give you my money, I'll just take it. They're like, nah, we're not doing that. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to pay you then, so we'll talk to you later. So that ended that phone call, and then they sent me another bill. Some sort of, you've got to pay this bill or you're going to be in trouble type of deal. And I'm like, oh, well, I call them up, the same thing. It's like, oh, we want a percentage. I was like, well, once again, you ain't getting a nickel more than my bill is for me. It ain't happening. I don't give a shit. Like, you can straight kiss my ass if you think I'm going to pay you a percentage over my goddamn bill. Like, sorry. You take me to court if you want. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Well, let me talk to, or they were like, well, let's get the head honcho on. Head honcho came on. I explained the situation. I was like, if you want to get your bill paid to zero today, take my card, waive that fee, and oh, magically, well, that's weird. They did it. So I assume they reported me to my credit score people, and I took a 16-point dinger on that one or something. I don't know. So I inquired with my credit card company. It's like, well, so what's the deal with this? Like, I paid the bill. I never went to collections or anything because, like, usually, from what I understand, like a 16-point swing is usually something like kind of major. The lady was trying to help me, and like my computer wasn't working. You know, for some reason I couldn't get the page to load, and like, it's like, well, without that page, there's just nothing we can do. I'm just like, well, okay, I guess that's where, yeah, okay, thanks for helping. Like, Jesus Christ. Apparently I don't borrow enough money, you know, that's my problem. I need to borrow more money. If I would only borrow more money, I wouldn't get these 16-point swings. Whatever. Shit's ridiculous. The thing that bothers me the most about that is that I don't borrow money, but I still have a credit score, but yet my credit score still affects me based on like my insurance rates and shit like that. And it's like, well, I don't understand how you can have potentially bad credit if you don't use credit, but yet it affects your insurance rates. You know what I mean? Oh, what's up, Jeremy? I mean, it's just like, it just rubs me raw. Like, but that's another one of those things where like they got together and decided we're all going to borrow money and have credit scores, right? Like, I don't remember getting invited to that meeting. Like, hey, we're going to take a vote. Do you want to be in debt your whole life and borrow money, and then we're going to make a score that affects what you pay for other shit that has nothing to do with borrowed money? Yeah, let's do that. It's like, oh, okay, well, okay. Like, Jesus Christ. Where's the I paid for my shit because I saved my money? Where's that score at? Like, how does that work? Like, I didn't buy a fancy car when I was in my 20s and early 30s because I was saving my fucking money. Like, who gets credit for that fucking score? That's what I want to know. Shit pisses me off. Like, oh, but if you just borrowed money when you were young and just paid it forever, took a 30-year note on your car, and you could have a really nice car, just think how great your credit score would be. It's like, fucking garbage. How am I? Apparently I'm a little upset right now because I'm telling stories about shit that makes me mad, but other than that, I'm doing okay. Today's stream was supposed to be the sound of the construction out front, but they moved to the other side of the creek, so that was a fail. Good times. Good times had by me and my ranting madman shit. Whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm not in charge of how the world works. It's just, I feel like I'm a victim of it sometimes. Are you mad? Well, I'm not mad. I'm just like telling a story about shit that I think is ridiculous. Gets my blood pressure up. Start getting crazy. I'm mad for this French toast. How about that? Yeah, I don't know. I used to think it was cable that ruined everything, you know, when cable came out, but I realized everything really got ruined when the internet came out. I'm old enough to remember what the life... God, dude, I feel like... Tell us more about how the world was before the internet, Pappy! You know, like, it was a real thing. Like, I don't know if you don't remember what it was like before the internet because you're not, you know, you don't pick the day you were born, but, like, it's a real thing. Like, the world was different before the internet. And what's crazy is the world was different before cable TV, too. And I remember that shit. I remember before cable TV. I mean, so essentially, especially since, like, before cable TV became, like, a big thing. Like, because before the internet, it was like, damn, cable TV is ruining everything. Like, everyone's becoming a stupid person because of cable TV. And then, like, the internet showed up. It was like, hold my beer. Yeah, I got this. I'm the internet. I'm the internet. I mean, the internet's great, too, don't get me wrong. But it's like, how did the world work before the internet? I'm trying to think, like, I think people were, like, more chill before the internet, because, like, now everyone's a goddamn expert, right? I mean, some of us used to be experts. You know what I'm saying? And then the internet came along, now we're all experts. So, like, the people who are experts are just like, oh, God, you just roll your eye. Look it up! I was playing a game the other day where I was playing video games and someone decided they were going to start asking trivia. And like people started fact checking the trivia on the internet. And then they started getting into debates over whether that's true or not. I was very upset. Because here's the screen. The trivia was down in the corner in this video game that I'm playing. When you do certain things, you can't read the text. So I couldn't read the questions while I was doing things. Well, some people just stop playing the game. They're just doing the trivia. I'm like, God damn it, we're supposed to be playing video games. Oh, they're replacing the street and the culvert in the creek. They're ripping all that shit out. For the creek to flow underneath the road before they replace the road. But like the questions the trivia reader was reading were just like pop culture, movie. Like, oh my God, more movie questions? That's what I want to do, movie trivia. One of the questions was, and she had just asked a question about like superhero movies. But she asked, what does DC stand for? As in, apparently, for DC Comics. But it didn't say DC Comics, just so DC. So I was the first one to answer. I said direct current. Wrong. I'm like, oh, well, actually, no, I'm not wrong at all. Because DC is definitely direct current, AC is alternating current, and you're wrong for telling me I'm wrong. I was wrong. That's how that went. Wrong. Wrong again. One of the questions was, what year did the Corvette come out? And someone yelled something absolutely stupid, like completely out of base. And I made the mistake of saying, well, that's not even remotely possible. And my dad bought a 62 back in 62. So I know they came out before that. I said 60, whatever. I said 54. I think I was right. Can't remember. Which prompted a conversation about Mustangs and what year they came out. And then there was a debate about the 60 whatever and a half year Mustang. And somebody actually finally had to say, that wasn't even the goddamn question. I ain't even talking about Mustangs. Excuse me. My nose is running because I'm eating breakfast, apparently. Can't quite figure that out. Dog's just mean mugging me. Cut this eggs up for her. She can have these eggs. Eggs for the beast. Eggs for the beast. I don't know. I mean, yeah, whatever. There's nothing's normal anymore. Everything's like angry people being assholes, I guess. Have some eggs, dog. Ooh, those are a hit. Let's get down in there with the camera. Camera's out of angle. Sorry for that. We're getting action cam eggs licking. Ooh, that syrup's pretty good. Have that syrup. Yum, yum. Whatever. 48 minutes. That seems like it's going to be probably long enough. Ooh. Do my parting monologue here. My hair is probably a mess. Hey! You looking at my cabinets? My beard's on crooked today. Look how wide my beard is right there. Like, you need to go in, beard. Whatever. I got my Joe Rogan cup out today. Hey, the dog likes being liked. Thanks. So yeah, today I think I'm just gonna keep organizing my collections. I'm doing pretty good. Getting pretty well, everything hidden so I can never find it ever again, but you know, that's how you do it. Exercise your brain by hiding your shit. Alright, well, an unplanned Saturday breakfast with Elveshelves because the sound of those rocks banging around was so loud, I just thought you guys would enjoy that little journey with me. Very few get to enjoy that sound of rocks banging against steel crazily. Alright, peace out. Do something great. Enjoy the internet, I guess. It's amazing. Peace.